It's knocked out. Yeah, guys, I think Topuria is going to lose.
Three-pointer. Swung on, hit in the air to right field and deep. It is high. Takes it all the way.
Let's start out first. Because we already kind of touched upon it. The All-Star Weekend break. Now, I said last episode that I think both of these squads are really stacked because we had some discussions about De'Aaron Fox not being in there, Sabonis not being in there. So I think these are very stacked squads. I think it's going to be an interesting All-Star Weekend. I know, Ahmed, you had some complaints about the formatting. But I think the formatting is great. I think it's going to be really interesting to see it. Any just like general thoughts, general opinions on the All-Star break?
I think this is the first year that it's back to East versus West. So this is back to the format that I've always wanted. I mean, like I said before, the team captains, that was cool for the first year, like with the drafts and all. But after that, got a little boring, especially with the games. Like you have a new score at the first quarter. It's a new score, second quarter. So now I think hopefully in that fourth quarter they'll play for real, and that's all that matters. You have the 10 best players in the world for about 4 or 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. They play for real, so we'll see what happens.
Now, I know we had some discussions about Jalen Brunson over Tyrese Halliburton in the starting lineup. Joel Embiid is not starting, right?
No,
So
I think Bam's gonna take that spot.
Bam's gonna probably take that spot. So that starting squad remains the same. Over in the West, we haven't had any injuries or nothing like that, right? If I'm not wrong.
I'm just going back to the East real quick. I think Trae Young did get the nod, for an injured player. So that was like a big snub.
Trae Young and Scotty Barnes. What do you think about Scotty Barnes? A lot of people complain about it. I'm pretty sure you vouched for him last episode.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen,
I'm a little biased to have him as my keeper in my fantasy league, so I'm like very, very biased. But I thought this year, especially to start off the season, he was one of the best two-way players in the league, putting up stats like just filling up the the stat sheet for everything: rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, everything. So I think he's kind of tailed off in the last month or so, but he's still. I mean, I would have probably gave it to Franz, bro. Franz Wagner. Like I said, he's go guys like 21, 6 and 4. On a overachieving Magic team, and people talk about fucking Paolo Banchero as they should, but Franz for me is he's right there.
I mean, okay, but hold up. I'll stop you right there. You're calling them an overachieving team, but now you're saying they should have 2 All-Stars. So
No,
I don't
yeah,
know.
I mean, they're definitely an overachieving team.
You don't think that having 2 All-Stars makes you I mean, what are they, a playoff seeded team?
I mean, bro, the league is talented. The league is talented. Every team, bro, the Pacers have 2 All-Stars in the team. They have Tyrese Halliburton and they have Pascal Siakam. So only the teams that don't have 2 All-Star caliber players, those are the teams that are absolutely trash. In the lottery.
That's fair.
Even bro, even Charlotte. Look at LaMelo Ball when they had fucking Gordon Hayward. Then they have
Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges is doing fantastic right now.
Who averaged 20 in the league. So
no, actually, that's a good point. You could honestly. I mean, I don't know if Miles Bridges is at that point yet, but him and LaMelo are definitely 2 players you wouldn't be shocked to see in an All-Star conversation for sure.
Well, LaMelo definitely.
LaMelo for sure. That's a top.
Bridges would have
player.
to have a great season, but yeah. Boy stands.
Yeah, and then moving on to the West. Besides, De'Aaron Fox in place of Steph Curry. Would you retract that statement now with Steph Curry's recent performances?
I think he dropped 62 that day. That we said it in the midst of our conversation. I think, or it was a day before. I don't know what it was.
He knows, man.
Yeah.
He knows.
I mean,
he listens. Well, your first pick would be Sabonis to sub into this team, right?
Right now?
Yeah. If you had to take one player in the West and put him on
They put
this
Sabonis
All-Star
in, no?
team. No. Nope.
They put Ingram in.
No.
No, I saw
No.
this. They put Ingram in.
They did not. None of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
mean
because
Sabonis.
nobody in the West got injured or nothing. So.
Sabonis, he would be the first choice. He's putting up like Jokic type stats. Then Fox, then Ingram. Bro, the West is crazy. Sengun, Zion. West is crazy. But yeah, I think the West is good. Uh, and just going back to the point, I think at that time I would have said Fox deserves to be an All-Star over Curry, which is crazy to say, but Steph Curry, I think now with the Warriors back to 500, I think Curry probably takes that, considering he does so much for that team.
I like that you say Ingram. I'm not gonna hold you. I like that you say Ingram because he's also on my fantasy team. Just
I
to
also
point
he's
out,
he's also a keeper of mine in my fantasy
yo,
league.
bro, I don't think people understand. So much of our bias, well, at least on my end, my bias goes
Well,
towards
bro,
my
I mean,
fantasy,
listen,
and vice versa.
like last year, he missed like 4 months with a toe injury, so
Oof.
and to start the season off this year, he was out for a while. So injury is the only thing for him, Ingram. But yeah, like he's like 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, easy.
Easy, and he's a good player, bro. He's a great shooter. I think that's like an underrated aspect of his game. He's such a great shooter for especially a big guy that he is. Ooh, I read somewhere recently that an Eastern Conference wasn't. I think it was some executive in the Eastern Conference, I believe it said, was saying that Zion or Ingram have to go in this offseason. Who do you think goes? Ingram,
I
obviously.
think Ingram goes.
Like, is it that obvious? Do you think it's like a very obvious choice for the Pelicans to make?
The Pelicans, no, for the Pelicans, it's not like obvious, but I think they would probably side with Zion. They've already, bro, even Zion at his worst, at his like, even when he wasn't on the court, they still like kept siding with him. Bro, they paid this guy like 200 million, and he was eating Wendy's and stuff. So like they obviously have a lot invested in him, as they should. Like he's
Yeah.
like the hype was crazy for him, but I think yeah, I mean Ingram will probably walk, or I mean like you could probably afford to keep him just trade CJ, but like they have a lot of players in that roster. Like it's kind of like a log jam. They have make some moves, but I would keep Ingram and keep Zion. Get a point
Well,
guard. That's
I'm sure
next.
that's the goal, but it's tough. I mean, you make a good point with CJ McCollum.
But
They
I
really do
but
have
but to
such a
answer your
weird
question though,
team,
I would
though.
keep Zion
You
over
would keep
Ingram
Zion.
for the
I mean,
upside.
I would keep Zion too, but I don't think it's as easy of a conversation because you obviously have the controversies that come with Zion. Um, he's pretty injury prone. If we're not lying, he's
Of
probably going to
course.
get more injury prone as it goes along. He's 250 pounds of athleticism slamming his knees on a basketball court week in, week out. So, but like you mentioned earlier, Brandon Ingram himself has the injury problems as well. So it's not like you're getting a crazy difference there. Uh, Continuing with the West, I want to talk about two guys that are kind of underrated right now. You got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. The Clippers are doing amazing things in the West. Absolutely amazing things in the West. They're the third seed right now. Um, I know that they're a stacked team, but if we're being honest, they don't have that narrative around them. Every time I see something positive about the Clippers, it's just a horde of people coming in and going, yeah, but wait until they get injured. Yeah, but it's not going to work out because there's too many personalities on the team. And it's working out every week, every day, every NBA game, every week. You expect someone to get injured. You expect problems to happen. Bro, I've said it time and time again. Russell Westbrook is not the guy who causes problems. I used to think, because right now we're talking about Westbrook, KD, James Harden, right? Russell Westbrook is not the guy who causes problems. I used to think Harden was the guy who causes problems, and I also thought KD was the guy who causes problems. I'm not going to lie, it looks like KD is the only one who causes problems. Harden is working perfectly fine with three superstars around him. Russell Westbrook, again, never was the problem, never will be the problem. He's a fantastic personality to have in your locker room. So, KD was the problem, is the problem. And I think this Clippers team is bound for amazing things. Bro, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, then you got James Harden could arguably be an all-star as well, if we're being honest, with how he's been playing recently.
The only thing I would say is, like with Westbrook, this is like his fourth team in his last fourth season. So if he didn't make it work this time, like it's like, what else is gonna happen? He's probably playing in China. So like I don't know if he's like I don't really care if he's a problem or not, but like he was obviously he needed this to work and he made it work and like he's like flourishing, coming off the bench, not a word, it's no ego and stuff like that.
Yeah. He took the step back himself too. That was the best part
Harden,
about it.
Harden, ever since he's been with the Clippers, he has some kind of off games, but he's exactly what they need. Like he can still make, insane shots. He's still somewhat James Harden, but Kawhi Leonard. And first of all, like you said, Paul George having a little underrated season, but this is what he does. I mean, Kawhi Leonard. And last time we talked about it, like he was saying, oh, freaking Tiku. He was saying, oh, like he's a top 10 player. I emphatically said top five, top five. When he's healthy, top five. This is Kawhi, bro. You're seeing it right now. And honestly, I was looking at the game like, listen, they got smoked by Minnesota. That was kind of like a whoa, like Minnesota smoked them. But Kawhi every game, he gets whatever he wants defensively, and like you said, he's playing every single game. Like you're waiting for that week to say, oh, Kawhi has little like this and that, whatever. No, he's playing every single game, bro. Uh,
Bro, I
uh,
was told that I made the worst decision of my life because I traded Westbrook because in my fantasy team because of the fact that people think Kawhi is going to start sitting games or Paul George is going to start sitting games. Every time he's done it in the past, he's done it on like a consistent basis where
well,
he
honestly,
sits
bro,
one
if
game, plays two, sits two games, plays one. You know what I mean? It's not
yeah,
like he plays every game and then at the end of the season they're like, "All right, wait for playoffs." That doesn't happen. Especially when
honest,
they're third, bro. They're having a great season and they're third. They're not first. They're not second. They're third in the Western Conference.
no, I mean, like it's only like one game back, but if they keep this pace and they get to like 55 wins and like secured for like in the first like at least like a home court advantage, I would probably tell Kawhi, yo, take a week off because that's what he should do. Like you need Kawhi healthy for the playoffs, and he's played and he's proven that he can play a whole season so far. So, but that's down the line. You want to get to that
I
NBA
was
build?
Yeah, we could get to that, but real quick. So we're deciding to spread out the content farm today. Uh, real quick, I do want to point out something you sent in that chat. You sent, according to reports, that the Sixers are expected to pursue Paul George should he be unable to sign an extension with the
Yeah, and
Clippers.
and there was a reason why I sent that because bro, every single time there's a report like this, and uh, I'm just gonna say this, I will be shocked because considering everything, the Clippers, what they gave up to get Paul George, looking at now, like gave up Shy and all those picks. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa, nobody wants to say it, but it's like, come on,
No,
that's one of
it's
not a great trade, one of
uh,
like very
unless
very
they win a
bad,
ring.
honestly. But
Unless they win a ring.
okay, yeah, but like the fucking Thunder are like one game back, by the way, of the Clippers.
Bro, but that's
But
such a different story because with Paul George, you got Kawhi and you
well,
probably got Westbrook, and now you got Harden too.
whatever. I mean, like they obviously going all in for it. But next year they're moving into a brand new arena, and you want that core, and Paul George is obviously a kid from LA. So like I would be shocked if he leaves, but you don't see that kind of report out of nowhere for nothing. And I don't know who sent. I don't know. Like I forgot
Chris B.
who
Haynes.
Chris B. Haynes, who's like a legit reporter.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry, but like this is like the stuff you saw where like Harden is like willing to go back to Houston like this point last year while he was happy while the Clippers right are in the midst of like a wins and 5 loss run,
Yeah.
you're hearing about this.
Well,
And listen, he's a free agent and he's trying to get paid his last big contract, but I will be shocked. But you don't see that out of nowhere for nothing. That's all I was trying to say by fucking saying that.
that's fair. I definitely don't think it's smokescreen. Like, there's definitely some uh substance behind it. Uh,
And the 76ers are gonna have a lot of cap space, and they're going all in for
they have a
Embiid.
good team too. To be honest, Paul George and Embiid is
Very
a
good
winning
team.
formula.
Very
If
good
we're being
team.
honest, it's a very
Very good
very
team.
Tobias
Bro,
Harris.
I was I
Jeez.
was I was doing
Tyrese
like
Maxey.
bro, I was doing like their 1 through 8. If they're healthy, bro, this year I think they're like as good as anybody in the East. If they're healthy.
Well, we haven't.
That 1 through 8 is good. It's good.
Do you think Tyrese Maxey does what he's doing in the
You
playoffs?
got
Probably.
you got Maxi, Melton, Harris, Covington, Embiid, Buddy, Oubre. And you got Paul Reed or Kyle Lowry. That's
They're a
that's a
good
one
team.
through nine.
They're a good
That's a
team. They're a
good
good team.
team, bro. I'm telling you. If Embiid is healthy and he performs like he does in the regular season and the playoffs, 76ers, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
So before we get to the build, and we'll explain what that is in a second. Who do you think is gonna win, East or West All Stars?
I mean, the West is you crazy, bro. The West is way better. Way
Really,
better.
really.
Bro, you got Steph, Luca, Shy, Booker, KD, LeBron, Jokic, Kawhi. That's like 8 of the top 10 players on the planet.
But that's why they
But
removed the
Jalen
East
Brunson
versus
will.
West.
But Jalen Brunson will prove why he's the best player in the world. No, okay.
You know what's funny? I was looking at Jalen Brunson. And I was like, imagine if I ask Ahmed who he thinks is winning the
I'm gonna
All
I'm
Star
gonna make
MVP.
I'm gonna pick I'm gonna make a bold, very bold prediction.
All Star MVP.
I think the last time there was a co MVP and stuff that was like Shaq and Kobe. I'm not too sure. Maybe it was more recent than that. That was like 2009 or something. 15 years later, it's gonna happen again. Luca and Jalen Brunson will be co MVPs if possible, because
That would
I
be the
think I
most.
think it'll be a close game and Luca is gonna go off, but or Brunson goes off and the other team wins and the co MVP. What a story!
That would be the most disgusting scripted NBA moment in history.
I
Bro.
think
I think
well,
Brunson has a big game. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know.
where's
That would
it
be
in, by the
crazy.
way? I don't even know where's
The All Star game is happening in
Indiana.
I think yep, Indiana.
Indiana. Yeah, we're gonna Tyrese is gonna win it. I don't know. I mean, he does shoot a lot of threes, but usually they go for like the hometown guy.
True.
Paul George
Um.
return.
All right. Now, me and Ahmed have drafted up our how do I say this? Our perfect NBA player using the All-Star roster that we have available to us. So, we are going to be building a perfect NBA player that includes shooting ability, passing ability, rebounding, defense, athleticism, clutchness, right? Ball handling skills, and IQ. We can only use the players in the All-Star roster, so it could be East or West, but we can only use them once. All right? So, do you
Yeah.
want to go one category at a time, or should we just say our players?
Oh, like you made your own thing as well.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Okay. All right. So shooting, you can go first because you probably went.
I have Steph Curry.
Yeah, Steph Curry, obviously, not a bad choice.
Yeah. It was between Steph. Who do you have?
I put Devin Booker
You
over
put
Steph
Devin Booker. Wow.
simply because I was watching
Wow.
the game against. I think it was Golden State. His shooting form is spectacular, and his mid range is unstoppable.
I wonder if okay. Okay, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Passing. Who do you have for passing?
Passing, I want LeBron James. This is pretty obvious here.
I had Tyrese Halliburton.
Basketball savant.
Don't forget, you can only use
I know, yeah, of course. I know.
once. So don't get me wrong, LeBron could be on this list for like almost all these categories, but I went Tyrese Halliburton for passing. You went LeBron James. Okay.
Rebounding, you can go.
Anthony Davis.
I went with Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes.
Got offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds. He could do it all. Pullbacks.
I feel like that's such a bad pick. I'm not gonna hold
No,
you.
stop, bro. Yeah, he's a forward. Averages like nine rebounds a game. What are you talking about, bro?
I know,
LeBron in his
but
peak wasn't getting 9 rebounds a game.
so you're building your perfect forward and you choose Scotty Barnes.
You said rebounding.
I mean,
I want
sorry,
my forward to rebound
perfect
like Scotty
player,
Barnes.
perfect player.
Scotty
Okay, all
Barnes is
right,
one of the best
cool, cool.
rebounding forwards in the league.
Who do you have? I said this already. I think
So I said
I have
defense.
AD. Yeah. All right. What about defense?
I went with Bam, a guy that can
Okay.
guard 1 through 5 pretty
I
well.
went I went Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, obviously, Kawhi is probably the best pound for pound defender here in the league.
Yeah.
But Bam, considering what he does, I'm going with it.
That's a good pick. I like that. I really don't like Scotty Barnes. I don't like, bro. You got Jokic available. You got
You said
AD.
rebound. I'm saying like for what they do, their height and
Okay, okay.
everything.
I
Scotty
got you.
Barnes is a good rebounder, very good rebounder,
Okay.
offensively and defensively.
Athleticism.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
Oh, Anthony Edwards.
Okay. That is actually a good pick. I like that a lot. I was gonna pick Anthony Edwards. I'm very high on the dude. I fucking love him as a basketball player. I went Giannis Antetokounmpo for athleticism. Uh, what's the next one?
Clutch.
Clutchness. Can we
I'm
finally
over,
agree on one?
I'm over Shy.
No. Get the fuck out of here, bro. We're not gonna agree at all throughout the whole list.
You didn't put Shy for Clutch.
I
You
went Damian
freak.
Lillard. I went Damian Lillard.
Oh,
It's
he's an
not a
all
bad
star.
pick.
No, Shy is definitely the most clutch player in the
Oh,
league
he's
right
an
now.
all-star. That's crazy. Okay. All right. Ball handling.
And put Luca.
That's a good one. I was gonna
Now
put
it's
Luka.
bro, considering like actual ball handling, like he can't touch like Steph Curry and stuff like that. But like, bro, he's 6'7", and he gets players with the same move every time, bro. Every
Bro,
time. It's just he's mastered the game already. It's crazy.
I was gonna put Luca, but I went with Paul George.
Yeah. Was the last one IQ?
IQ. You picked Trey Young.
And I picked Tyrese Halliburton. I mean,
Okay.
to be that young and to be getting 20 assists, like Rondo was doing that, like when he was like in his prime stuff. So
Rondo mentioned, baby. I picked LeBron James for IQ.
yeah.
That was the first thing I picked. I was looking at all the
First of
categories. I
all,
went
we didn't get
first one, LeBron James.
not one as the same, right? Right?
Not
We didn't
one.
match.
Our list was
That's
completely
perfect.
different, which is crazy.
In my opinion, I thought I had way better choices, but okay.
I actually disagree completely. And you know what? We're gonna post this, and I want to see what people think. So let's just
This
recap.
is real basketball knowledge right here, bro.
I'll recap mine. All right. So the perfect NBA player build using the 2024 NBA All Stars. All right. Our categories are shooting, passing, defense, athleticism, rebounding, handling, IQ, and clutchness. So I chose Steph Curry for shooting, Tyrese Halliburton for passing, Anthony Davis for rebounding, Kawhi Leonard for defense, Giannis Antetokounmpo for athleticism, Damian Lillard for clutchness, Paul George for ball handling, and then LeBron James for IQ. And then Ahmed, you chose.
And I picked for shooting Devin Booker, for passing LeBron James, rebounding I picked Scotty Barnes, defense Bam Adebayo, most athletic Anthony Edwards, most clutch Shai Gilgeous, ball handling Luca, and the best IQ was Tyrese Halliburton.
All right. No Jalen Brunson anywhere, huh?
I could have put ball handling.
I feel like
If there was one from the most crafty in the league, Jalen Brunson.
let me give you some categories. I want to see what you choose off the top of your head. Hold up, because this was in the image that I found, and I want to see what you say off the top of your head. Ready? Ones that we didn't have. Strength.
Strength,
Yeah,
Steven Adams.
bro, on the NBA All Star roster.
Oh yeah.
Steven
Wait,
Adams,
but
bro.
the one guy, but like I can't pick the same guys that I picked already, right?
No,
Uh,
actually, you can. You can.
all right,
Let's
wait.
say
I'll pick Giannis. I'll pick Giannis
Giannis. Okay.
because I haven't
Wow,
picked Giannis.
Giannis wasn't on your list at all.
Yeah.
Height.
What
Height.
height?
Yeah, height.
Who's the tallest guy here? I don't know.
Why you're gonna pick the tallest guy?
You
That
said
might not
height?
work in your favor. Yeah. Height, but that might not
Height,
work in your
like
favor. Yeah, height.
yeah. Who's the tallest guy in the All Star game? Just give me that
Probably.
guy.
Okay. All right. Fine. That's fair.
I'll put Jokic or Towns. Towns, considering. Actually, no. I'll pick AD because he's long. Pause.
Speed. Speed.
Speed of. I can't pick the same guy, right? I'll pick Tyrese Maxey or Donovan
Okay.
Mitchell.
What about this one's off the top of my head? Mentality,
Jalen
like
Brunson.
grit. Jalen Brunson. See, that's what I was trying
Jalen
to see. I was trying to see if
Brunson.
you'd put Jalen. I agree with you 100%. We finally have a matching list. Jalen
New
Brunson
York, stand up.
100%. When it comes to mentality, bro, you know, people downplay it, especially like Tiku tries to downplay it when you say it, but it takes balls to play at Madison Square Garden the
I
way
was trying to
Jalen
find a
Brunson
spot for
does.
KD. Having a
Height,
spectacular season.
height. Kevin Durant, height.
Yeah, I'll probably pick Kevin Durant height. Yeah, oh yeah, easy.
You didn't put Steph Curry though, which is crazy at all.
Yeah.
You didn't put Steph. You didn't put. All right, interesting.
Bro, I'm trying to give shine to the other guys. We
That's
already
fair.
know. Yeah, I picked LeBron, but I didn't pick KD. I didn't pick Steph, like you said.
All right. Let
KD.
us. Anything else in the NBA that you want to talk about real quick?
All Star
Any
NBA.
Not. It doesn't necessarily just have to be All Star. I mean, we could talk. What do we have to talk about?
Not really.
Skill
I mean,
games.
that's it. It's the All Star break. That's it. Where I mean, the league is the West. The West is going to be interesting to see the last couple of spots. I think the playoffs are set in the West. I think the are probably going to take the last spot. That's it. Oh shit, Ilya and Volkanovski have a little moment. I'm watching the press conference for the first time. So he
Um.
took the belt from him. He took the belt like
Oh yeah. I know.
Connor did
Tony
Jose.
mentioned it. Yeah. Who
Or
cares, bro?
what do you say? I run this fucking thing.
Um. What was I gonna mention? Celebrity All Star Game
Yeah,
MVP Kai
stop, bro.
Cenat.
Stop. Let's go. Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Steph versus Sabrina. Steph. No, I said Sabrina, didn't I? Yeah, I said Sabrina last time. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. Um, Jets versus Giants in the Super Bowl this past Sunday. What did you think? Nah, imagine. Can you imagine one day? You guys like we can say like Bayern versus United Champions League preview. Fucking Jets versus Giants. You guys both like the Yankees, so it doesn't count. Knicks versus Heat in the Eastern Conference. The winner gets to face the Spurs. Oh my God, bro, that'll be
Bayern
peak
versus Manchester
SVS.
United Champions League final.
That's what I meant. I mentioned that, bro. You know what will like cause the biggest problems? That ass. I think an Algeria versus Albania World Cup would
First of
have
all, we
us
would
so,
absolutely demolish you. We would teach you how to play football,
bro. If we
not
get to a
fucking
World Cup
tackling.
final, then that means we know
It's
how to play.
possible in the group stage. Oh my goodness, very possible.
That would be nuts. That would be civil war. Okay. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. 49ers versus the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes winning another Super Bowl. That brings him up to 3, right? That brings him up to 3. Uh Back to back. 49ers losing. Let me ask you a question, Ahmed. How stupid are the 49ers for taking the ball first in overtime?
Well, I mean, bro, like when it first happened, the commentators were saying, "Oh, like the defense is gonna be really tired," but obviously, in hindsight, obviously, like that was an awful choice. But that's hindsight, and that's gonna happen. Like you, yeah. I mean, it obviously makes more sense to kick the ball and then you know exactly what you need uh for the second for the second possession. And you also have an extra down like everyone was saying. But yeah, I mean, the only thing was when they finally got down and uh like just getting to the game. That first half was pretty bad. That second half was
Oh yeah.
phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
Um, and yeah, like getting to the last play of the game where time was winding down and like they weren't using a timeout and the commentator, it was Tony Romo. He said that this is just the end of the first quarter of overtime. The end of the first quarter. That they're still obviously right because it's Super Bowl. Somebody has to win the game. You can't tie it. But I don't think 49ers knew that. Like I mean, or I don't know. I don't know. Like
No,
if
but see,
anybody
here's
knew
the thing.
what was going on because with like 8 seconds left, they probably thought they were gonna take it down all the way down. Probably do a fake snap if anything. But they snapped it with like 7 seconds or whatever, and a wide open McCall Harmon, by the way. McCall Harmon. At all people having McCall Harmon, former Jet. The guy literally said, "I'm gonna win a Super Bowl this year," and he picked it.
That's
Unbelievable.
crazy.
And it wasn't with the Jets. And he was against the 49ers, but the Jets will never win a Super Bowl ever. Anyways.
You said it, not me.
Anyways, yeah, that was crazy because like it was like as soon as they got to the 1 yard line, they just quit. That's it. But yeah. Uh,
Well, this is what some people said. They said that whoever gets the ball first would get it first again. If they tied, let's say they both tied their overtime, would get it back first, and then it's a first score wins scenario in the second quarter. So that would make sense for the 49ers to take the ball first if they thought they were going to score and they could hold off the Chiefs, or if they thought like, we get a field goal, hold the Chiefs off to a
no, no,
field
no, no.
goal, and then we get the ball.
They
No, I agree that they didn't know what was going on. There's literally video of I forgot who it was. He literally comes to the sideline and he's like, "Oh,
Well,
they could score too? I
after
didn't
the
know that."
game,
Yeah.
their fullback, Kyle Juszczyk, and somebody else, they literally said, we thought the rules like didn't change. That
That's crazy.
that it's if you score that the game is over, and if you stop them, so whatever. Like they're not didn't even
Okay.
know they didn't even know the rules. So one team is completely locked in and knows exactly what's going on. One team doesn't. And obviously, like with that Dre Greenlaw, the guy who celebrates and gets injured, that's nuts, bro. That's a total deflating play that has to kill your entire team.
Yeah, I don't know. The lack of preparation is definitely questionable on the 49ers part, but I also don't feel like that's an excuse. I don't feel like that's a valid excuse. I mean, first of all, right, the coach would be calling the shots on like if you go for a field goal or not, right? Because that's where the problem starts. It's like if you decide to go for the touchdown or if you decide to go for a field goal because you think, oh, they're not going to be able to score, that's like the coach's problem solely. And then if you as the coach don't like know that, like they scored a field goal at the end of the day, they could have went for the touchdown if they wanted. Because if we're being honest, you don't take the ball first unless you think as a defense I'm gonna hold these guys out, right? So you only shoot the field goal if you said I'm taking the ball first because I know I'll hold them to a field goal, right?
Honestly,
Otherwise, the decision to take it first is like incomprehensible. Um, and then not going for a touchdown, that's where it also becomes like I don't know. It was just so weird, bro. Like, how do you do that on the biggest stage? You should be going through every single thing. What the water temperature has to be.
I
It's a
think
Super Bowl, bro.
the only reason why they took the ball, was because the defense was already on the field for the last drive, so they didn't want to be too tired. Pat Mahomes could have probably, with that defense tired, he would probably went down and got 7 points, and the game is probably over. Even though they have a chance to score, they're not getting 7 points on that defense.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Pat Mahomes, and we could talk about that right now. Pat Mahomes is just a phenomenal player. And I was reading a statistic where it was like before 30, if you look at the players before 30, Tom Brady versus Pat Mahomes. Mind you, Pat Mahomes is 28. He probably has at least another year before he hits 30 to win a Super Bowl. By the way, that's not bad math, guys. He's 28. He could turn 29 this year and then be 29 when he wins the next Super Bowl. Don't be hating on my mathematician skills. He could very well end up with 4 Super Bowls before the age of 30.
Don't understand how seasons work in sports.
What?
Seasons.
Yeah.
Like it's age 29 season, age 30 season.
Okay, but age 30 season won't count. If he wins the Super Bowl age 29 season, age 30 season, that's it. It's the cutoff. Tom Brady before fucking 30.
I don't think you understand. Anyways,
All right.
listen, I think, first of all, Pat Mahomes, best player, obviously, right now. Probably, right now, it's probably safe to say he's the best player of all time. Right now, the best player, the best we've ever
Of
seen,
all
the most
time?
talented. Of all time, the best. I'm saying the best.
Most skilled.
You know what the best is? Most
Yeah.
skilled, the best player, bro. The best player.
So like LeBron James versus Jordan. Right? I would say LeBron James is the best basketball player and Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
Be off, bro.
What? You're tight?
There's no reason to bring up Michael Jordan and LeBron James, bro. Just stop.
Bro, it's the
What was I
perfect
saying?
comparison.
Okay. I think he's the best player of all time. Like, honestly, Aaron Rodgers is a better player than Tom Brady. Like better, he's more talented. He's a better quarterback. He can make any throw. He
Okay.
you know and all that. So I think it's safe to say right now, considering everything he's done, Pat Mahomes, he probably already was, but now probably solidified that he's the best player of all time. Greatest hasn't even sniffed Tom Brady yet. If he wins a Super Bowl next year, he's officially entered the conversation already, which is crazy because like he's literally 7 seasons in. Well, next year,
Yeah, he could have another decade
every
to go if we're
single
being honest,
season,
if not
every
more.
single season, he's been to the minimum AFC Championship game, 5 Super Bowl appearances. I mean, that's just crazy already, right? Was it 5?
I believe it's
Because he
five.
lost two. He lost to Tampa,
And he lost to.
and he lost.
I forgot who he lost to. But
But is it 5? What is it?
yeah,
Or
it's five.
4?
No, it might be four.
He's not 3-1, is he?
I think so. I think his only loss ever came to Tom Brady.
And just going back to the GOAT conversation, Tom Brady at the end of his career beat him twice in the playoffs. So I think if he wins and he makes it a three-peat, something that I don't think has ever been done, at least like if they go 3 in a row,
Mm-hmm.
I think he's officially in the conversation. And then but because bro, people forget that Tom Brady had 2 Hall of Fame careers. Like he won those first couple Super Bowls. 10 years later, no Super Bowls, no nothing. Then goes on a like insane run again. Has another Hall of Fame career.
So if Pat Mahomes doesn't win three in a row, let's say, but he ends up winning
He
seven
wins
Super
like
Bowls down the
five,
line.
6. I think it's bro.
Okay.
Considering he's the best. It's really. I mean, bro. But Tom went to like 9.
Okay, that's fine.
Like
But I'm
half
saying
half
like,
bro half his career he spent in bro, and he also considering all bro, he won 19 out of 22 possible division titles, and nobody understands the dominance like a Jets fan. They absolutely dominated the AFCs, and
bro,
like on them
and he,
obviously with quarterback.
and he
But
did it with the Bucks too. It's not like he just did it with the
yeah, and then
Patriots.
and then considering he went to the Bucks first season, wins the Super Bowl. Come on, bro.
Insane.
He's the greatest player of all time. But like I said, right now I think it's safe to say that Mahomes is probably the best. And if he goes on a three-peat, then the conversation starts of the greatest player of all time.
Okay, that's fair. No, that's fair. I 100% agree. I just don't think it's contingent on him winning three in a row. Like he doesn't have
And
to do
back to
anything.
back, nobody was
Yeah,
talking about that. Back to back is crazy in the NFL, bro.
it is pretty
Bro, I
crazy.
never saw that ever. Like it was only in the Patriots, but I wasn't obviously watching football like in
Yeah,
2003, whatever it was for.
bro. Not only that, but like I don't know. I'm glad you. I think it's fair to say that I think his. So you think if he wins three in a row and then never wins again, he could still be in the GO conversation?
Well, then he would have 4. He might win a couple more MVPs. I don't know because Joe Montana's 4-0. You know.
Yeah.
And he also went to a different team, took them to the AFC Championship game.
Well, okay, but
The
why are we
Chiefs,
talking about Joe
funny
Montana,
enough.
bro? We're talking about Tom Brady's the only GOAT. Clear. Like nobody touched him.
Yeah, but Joe Montana's still ahead of Pat Mahomes in the
Pat
GOAT
Mahomes?
conversation.
Okay. Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think, and I said this
Probably.
like 2 years ago on the podcast. I think, like when I was like entertaining Pat Mahomes being the GOAT conversations, and y'all were kind of clowning me, bro.
Bro,
He
you
has
said
so
wait
much.
15 years. That was
Yeah.
that was your argument.
Okay. That's not a crazy argument.
Argument, bro. You have to tell me like what he's going to do. Like, did you envision that he's gonna win 2 more Super Bowls and he's gonna be in every Super Bowl possible? Like,
Yes. If I said wait 15 years, I think he's gonna get up to like 7 Super Bowls. I think he could beat Brady. He could get 8. He could get 9. Who's
bro,
stopping
honestly,
him, bro?
bro, this the fact that NFL teams, NFL players let this guy win this year, bro. Travis Kelsey for most of the year was pretty much washed up. He wasn't even like a top 3 tight end
Even
in
in the
football.
even in the Super Bowl, the first half, he was
In the
horrendous.
playoffs, though, in the playoffs, he was elite, which was all that mattered, I guess. But he didn't have like his wide receivers were trash. His defense was on and off, and they still won. They
Bro,
traded
the
away
Chiefs.
Tyreek Hill, the most explosive wide receiver of all time. Not a problem. Not even a problem, bro.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. It's crazy, bro. He's
Do you
dead
think he
ass.
ever leaves the Chiefs?
No, bro. He's
Never.
Actually,
No.
bro, he's gonna get like ownership stake.
Yeah, I guess, but uh, he'll get a statue in the middle of in the
for
middle of the
sure.
city. He's a fucking legend. All right. Any early predictions for next year? Early predictions, like we're talking about
Oh,
early.
the Jets. That's what I'm
You
gonna say.
see, you see how scared he is to say it. He's so
No,
scared to be confident about it. Your mic's kind of bugging out a little bit.
the Jets.
The Jets will make the Super Bowl.
No, I mean that's it, bro. This is a team that hasn't been to the playoffs in 14 years. So for me to say that they go into the Super Bowl, that's like not even bold. That's just stupid.
So
Let's get to the
what's your
playoffs.
prediction? What's your prediction?
The Jets will be a powerhouse, and in the
Oh, that is such a shit prediction, bro.
I can't say it because honestly, I don't even care if we win the division or not. I really don't care. I just want to get to the playoffs. But if the
To the AFC Championship game. Fine. You got it out of me. You
The
got it
Jets
out of
will
me.
make it to the AFC Championship game. Okay.
What a
Listen,
healthy Aaron Rodgers.
listen. It's very early, so I'll justify like if you're wrong because you are gonna be wrong. No, you're not. I actually fucking agree with you. I think the Jets with Aaron Rodgers healthy are gonna be a Super Bowl, 100%. Like I'm saying, 100%. If Aaron Rodgers is healthy, but he has to stay healthy. He can't just be healthy for like
Well,
half the
this
season.
year we could have went to the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
100%. I don't disagree with
Healthy.
you at all. 100%. That was one of the worst things to happen to your franchise ever. One of the worst things to happen to your franchise ever. So, all right. So we got it out of Ahmed. AFC Championship game. He said Jets will be making an appearance. Now before we move on to UFC 298, that was just having their press conference. We're gonna play a quick little game. We're gonna call it this or that. It's basically would you rather, but you know how we like SVS. This is called TOT. This or that. Ahmed, do you have yours?
Do
Ready?
you hear me, by the way?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, good. I think we should be good now. I changed the wire.
Nice.
Yeah, I do
Nice.
have the would you rather.
Okay. No, we're calling it this or that, not would you rather.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna save that good one I told you for the
Okay.
last.
Let me start first. I'm gonna give you my first one, and it kind of has to do with what we were just talking about. So just to give you guys a breakdown of what this or that is, right? It's basically would you rather. We're gonna give each other scenarios, sport related scenarios. I know mine are. And then we have to choose whether we want this scenario or that scenario, right? So, Ahmed, my first one. Would you rather have seen Tom Brady, play on the Jets, or Michael Jordan have played on the Knicks?
I'll go Michael Jordan, but like that means that everything that happened with the Bulls, that the whole mystique, the whole aura, everything that it would have been with the Knicks.
I guess not necessarily. It's just a simple question. Like it doesn't. There's no contingency on it. Okay, you know what? We'll say that Brady's resume with the Patriots
Oh my
on the
gosh.
Jets, or Jordan's resume with the Bulls on the Knicks.
Well, it's both 6 championships,
Yes.
but considering Michael Jordan, the aura and everything, and considering he went 6-0, I'm going with the Michael Jordan on the Knicks. Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
That's fair. That's fair. Your turn.
All right, this is that. Rather fight Khabib Nurmagomedov for one round minimum, so 5 minutes,
Okay.
or miss a sitter in the World Cup final for your country. So you're guaranteed a beating of the most dominant fighter in the history of professional fighting.
I can't tap. I can't tap right away.
No, you are guaranteed 5 minutes, no tap.
Oh
So he's gonna
shit.
have to smash you, and he's
I'm taking.
and you're Irish for one round.
And I'm Irish for one. Nah, I'm taking the beating. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
But
taking the
I'm
beating.
missing a sitter in the World Cup final for your country. I'm sorry, but I'm taking a beating from Khabib.
100%.
I'm knocking
I
this
do
guy
want to
out.
say
Bro.
though.
Nah.
I do want to say though. It's like the questions that I'm asking at least. They're not like it's like the missing a sitter scenario. You could score a hat trick and still miss a sitter, right? But we're not like including that in the equation.
Oh no, okay, but it's 0-0 90th minute.
Yeah. No.
A
We're
chance to
assuming
work.
the worst. We're assuming the
Yeah.
worst. I'm taking the beating. I'm taking the beating 100%. That's a fucking good
Think-
one. That's a really good question. I made all mine specific to you, but I like the route you're going down.
Oh, don't
All
worry,
right.
bro. I have one. Good. For you.
Okay. Carmelo Anthony never joins the New York Knicks, or
Which means
Habib
that
loses.
Tico is like a much happier person in life.
Yeah, or Habib loses versus Connor.
What'd you say? Or Habib what versus Connor?
Loses versus Connor, or Melo never joins the Knicks.
Well, honestly, Habib beating Connor meant so much more than because although Carmelo gave us 6 great years, and he's a legend in New York, not about legend, but very very adored in New York. Um, I would say Habib because what Habib did, it like changed the fight game, and yeah,
Okay.
I'm saying Habib.
It basically fucking destroyed Connor. All right, your turn.
Would you trade a treble? So you only have one treble. That 99, one of the greatest of all time. Would you trade that treble for 3 straight Champions Leagues?
Oh. So this or that. 0 trebles with 3 Champions Leagues, straight Champions Leagues, or first ever treble in English football. I would keep the treble because it was the first ever.
What if it wasn't first ever? What if it was like a Bayern Munich treble, a Man City treble, a Barcelona treble?
If it
Inter
wasn't the
Milan
first ever, I would
treble.
take the 3 Champions Leagues. 100%. If it wasn't the
But
first
because
ever,
it's the first,
yeah. And it was a record that held for so long, and not only that, but like even when City did it, no one really cares. But when United did it, it was like really, really impressive. So I'm taking the treble. It's very hard, bro. Madrid never did the treble. They have the 3 Champions Leagues in a row, and people clown them for
Barca
it.
did it.
Barca did it twice, I think. So that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, this one's gonna be. I think you're gonna like this one. Ready? I wonder if this one's gonna be easy for you. So, this or that. Algeria win a World Cup, or
Algeria World Cup. It's over.
or you become the UFC matchmaker forever, like forever. That's your solid job. Mind you, Algeria could always win another World Cup. This isn't saying they never win one. You see a guaranteed Algeria World Cup win, or a guaranteed job as a UFC matchmaker forever.
Listen, I would. Good question. I would take the Algeria World Cup. Bro, Algeria winning the AFCON. You have to understand the joy that brought me. Can you imagine if we win the World Cup? Although I appreciate Dana White, I think I mean that's a lot of work, and I would have to get paid handsomely. That's a lot of fucking.
Yeah, you
work.
get paid good, bro. You get paid good.
But listen, I could find another job. That'll be good. But Algeria winning a World Cup. Good
So
God.
okay, Dana, thank you for the offer, but this was
Now,
a
this one.
subliminal message, by the way, Ahmed. Dana actually told me he wanted.
By
to
the
make
way,
you
bro, did you
matchmaker.
see that
You made
thing
the
I
wrong
sent you?
decision.
With Dana just walking out of the podcast?
Yeah, that was pretty funny. He should come do
Bro,
SVS
It was
podcast.
real too, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Dana, you are more than welcome to come to our podcast.
That
He's more than welcome to come to our podcast and walk off after 30 seconds. I don't mind. He could do that. All right, go, Ahmed.
This
You
one.
said you only have 3, right?
Yeah.
Cool, go.
This one. This is the one I was talking about. Oof. Now, all right. I'll just say it first. Would you rather, or this Would you whatever start your franchise with Tim Duncan or Victor Wembanyama? But you don't know that Tim Duncan
Ooh.
is gonna win that 5 championships and stuff like that. So if they both win championships, whatever, would you rather start your franchise with
Do I
Victor Wembanyama or Tim Duncan?
okay,
Bro,
do I
don't
do I
forget how good Tim Duncan was.
do I know that Tim Duncan will be as good as he was?
Yeah, of course. Like you know
So
what Tim Duncan's gonna be.
okay, I know he's gonna have a Hall of
Hall of
Fame career,
Famer,
but
like
but
top
I
five
don't know for
player
sure
of all
that we're
time,
gonna get the
arguably.
rings. Okay. Oh, that's tough. See, that's tough. That's really tough because Victor Wembanyama obviously is the greatest fucking but like it's a prospect. It's not a guarantee. Versus Tim Duncan is literally a top 5 player of all time, greatest power forward of all time. This is, you know what this question is? You're basically asking me how many rings do I think Victor Wembanyama is gonna get. Oh god, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with
Okay, how about this?
no, wait,
Because
wait.
because the championships like kind of like make it impossible. But
No, they don't.
if you
No,
had
they
to
don't.
draft one, if they were both prospects, and
I
you know
take
just how
no. That
good,
makes it easier. I would take Victor Wembanyama.
bro, you people, bro, there's I'm serious right now. Right now, there's nothing that, and I don't know. I mean, that kind of makes it more impressive for Victor. I was gonna say there's nothing that like Victor was doing, that I'm saying that Victor is doing right now that Tim Duncan wasn't doing. That Victor's literally like 6 months in his NBA season. So
Yeah, he's so
considering,
good, and
bro, I'm telling you, by his third season, and that was like everybody's prediction, like all those NBA experts, they said by the third season he will be the best player in basketball. And now it's really like, of
I
course he
think
will.
I think I'm taking Victor Wembanyama, even if I know Duncan is gonna be the good
But
player
Tim
that he
Duncan was
is.
MVP, like oh my god, best
He was
defensive
really
player in
good,
the league,
and he was good from the
clutch,
start too. It's not like he
leadership.
became good eventually, bro. He fucking won. When did he get drafted again? 98, and he won in 99. If we're being honest, I actually don't know. I believe it was Tim Duncan. Let me search it up. Either way, like I said, I'm taking 97. He got drafted in 97. So he literally
90,
won in
97.
his yeah, so he won in his second year, bro. Insane.
Yeah,
Insane.
beat the Knicks.
All right, you don't have any more, right?
No,
I'm going to ask you two more that I had written down for you. Ready? And the last one I'm going to ask you, I'm going to answer as well. Would you so this or that. LeBron wins a ring or Borussia Dortmund win a Champions League?
Borussia Dortmund win the Champions League would be terrible. I would rather LeBron win a ring. I couldn't give a damn.
Really?
Bro, like
I'm
LeBron
surprised
can
you
win
care
two
that
more
much about
rings.
Dortmund.
The goal conversation of basketball is over. It's over. He would have to do unbelievable things, LeBron, and he doesn't have that much time left. Borussia
Okay.
Dortmund winning a Champions League. I would rather them win a Champions League than win a Bundesliga.
Interesting.
That's a better question.
Okay. All right. Wait, better question, but you answered it right away. You know what? You know what's difficult about you, Ahmed? You have some things that you're very loyal to, and then everything else you don't care about. So it's like these questions are so easy for you. It's like, all right, how about this one? Linsanity never happens,
It's like 3 weeks.
or what?
Saying that was like 3 weeks.
Okay, wait, hold up. You don't know what the next one is.
Okay.
Linsanity never happens, or Leicester never win the Premier League.
Obviously, Leicester is more important.
You think so? I think okay. I agree, but I
Even
do
though it
think
had
Linsanity.
no affection, it had nothing to do with me. Like the Knicks, that was phenomenal. Like that was
Everybody in New York remembers Linsanity. That was a staple.
international news, really. But Leicester City, and considering Mars was such a vital factor.
Oh fuck! I forgot about Mahrez. I forgot about
How do
him,
you forget about Mars, bro? Are you crazy? He was
bro.
literally like the best player on the team.
I forgot that
He was
that
the best
was an
player on the team, by the way.
implication for you. I did not think that this would be a personal one. All right,
That was
cool. So, let us move on to that was fun. Let us move on to UFC. Do you want to hear the ones I had for Tiku? I'll just give you just one of them. and I want you to tell me what you think he would say. Jordan on the Heat or Messi on Man United?
Bongo fuck about bro, Messi bro. That's what I was gonna say. No. What was it? Messi on United. Wait, with Ronaldo?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think he would take Messi on. Well, he's not a Miami Heat fan, this guy, but he's a Dwayne Wade fan, and now he's Eric Spoelstra, Heat culture, pansexual, whatever they call him.
Okay. Okay. Let's move on to UFC 298. Um, like we said, Tiku boots on the ground at the UFC press conference. I think he asked Topuria if he had anything to drink before the press conference.
So, yeah, bro,
So
he was trying to get with like that girl, like Nina Drama.
Nina Drama, doesn't she have a boyfriend?
Weird, so weird. This guy.
So, all right, talk us through it, Ahmed. Do your thing. We haven't done UFC in a while.
UFC. Oh yeah, bro. Been kind of dead the last 2 weeks on UFC, but I believe this is the first big one of the 2024. Right? Am I right with that? Did we have yeah, right? That's the first big card of UFC of 2024, headlined by Alexander Volkanovski versus Ilya Topuria for the 145 belt, the featherweight strap. Let's get to. Should we get to the prelims first? Go to the prelims, or should we get to
Anything
the main card?
important? Anything important in the prelims we could like brush upon, and then we'll get to the main card.
Tai Tuivasa's
I
fight got
only
canceled.
see the only card.
We got
The only
Amanda Lemos versus Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern looked absolutely awful her last fight. Like she quit her on herself. Tatiana Suarez fight got canceled. Yeah, prelims nothing really crazy. Should be like
Tafa
fun at least, but nothing
Tafa
crazy.
versus
Main
Lima
card is
might be
stacked.
a fun fight.
Okay, so let's get to the main card. Literally every fight, 4 fights in the main card that I see here, right? Oh no, five. Five
That last
fights.
that
Literally
last fight is
every,
questionable.
no, even that fight, considering everything. That first fight on the main card. Sorry. Let's get to it right now. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez versus Roman Kopylov. Roman Kopylov, I believe his last fight was this fight. Nasty, nasty head kick KO. Nasty. And this is a guy who started finishing guys. I think he's on an impressive win streak. He might have I don't know, but he's rising up. This guy Roman Kopylov. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, always a fun guy. Has submissions. Is a fun guy to watch. Let's get to the second fight on the main card. This one is when it gets really interesting. This is like with
How
the stick. Yeah.
how is this the second fight on the main card? This should be the co-main event, bro.
Yeah.
You don't think
'Cause,
so?
like, bro, it could be like a snooze fest considering the both wrestlers.
Oh man, I don't know, bro. I think this should be the co-main, man. This
Nah,
is
bro, you have to understand how they like line it up. Like they put like the guys like the first fight on the of the main
you're
card
not
is
the
gonna be
matchmaker, bro. You don't know how they line it up. You lost that opportunity.
I decline.
You had that chance. You declined. Okay, that's fair. I get it. It could be a snooze fest. All right.
Marab Dash what is it?
Valishvili.
Marab Dvalishvili. I should know. I had a lot of
Dvalishvili.
like Georgian friends. I should know. Marab Dvalishvili.
Valishvili.
Marab and AKA versus Henry Cejudo. Henry Cejudo makes a return. Um, Honestly, I think Marab is kind of like also been out for a while. His last fight was Peter Yan anyway. So big fight, a lot of stakes at 125 here. Cejudo talks about him officially retiring if he loses this fight. Marab, man, if he gets Henry Cejudo on his resume, considering he also got Peter Yan, because after that it's not really impressive, but consider like he really dominated Peter Yan unexpectedly, and if he does the same to Henry Cejudo, one of the greatest combat athletes of all time, former champ in that division, also like Peter Yan, so two former champs, you stop them or look dominant against them. This could be a big night for Marab, but Cejudo's game, Cejudo's very, very competitive. He doesn't like to lose back to back fights, so we'll see what happens in that one. You have any thoughts on that fight or?
If I'm being honest, bro, I think Marab. It's a close fight, but I think Marab is here to
No,
get it
I
done.
think I think I think it's a pick 'em because Cejudo is like from what we've seen so far. I think Cejudo is can beat him. Marab like he's dominated against nobody against Peter Yan. Like that's really impressive.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a close fight,
He
but I
got
think
like
Marab is
he
here to
got
get the job done.
sparked by Marlon Moraes. He got put to sleep by Ricky Simon. So
Bro,
you know,
but we're talking about Marab now, bro.
I know, but this is I'm saying what we've had to see. Like Cejudo lost a split, like last fight was a split to arguably the greatest bantamweight of all time.
Don't forget that's Marab's teammate.
Yeah,
So, he's familiar with how Cejudo fought, and he can. And also, Cejudo, I don't know. It's an interesting fight. It's a pretty even matchup. I really think this is
a
going to be a
lot of
really good
stakes, a
fight.
lot of stakes, a
I
lot
think
of
this is going to
stakes.
be a really, really good fight.
Let's get to third fight on the main card, welterweight bout. I believe this is the second time they're making this fight. First time didn't go through obviously, but Jeff Neal versus Ian Gary. Ian Gary, training out of Brazil now. Ian Gary versus
Get it.
yeah. So this
Machado.
is a good fight. Two guys in the top 10, trying to crack in the top 5 in that welterweight. Should be fireworks. You have any thoughts on that fight? Obviously, Ian
Uh,
Gary, big favorite from Tiku. I don't know if he still feels the same way, but
yeah, after what's happening. Listen, bro, I don't think, I think that's a bunch of bullshit. That's like, don't get me wrong, it was funny, it was very entertaining, but, I think you look at Ian Gary as a fighter, and I think you have to respect him a little bit. He's a good fighter. He
should be a
kind
good
of
fight though. Really good fight.
a
Jeff
hundred
Neal
percent,
always comes to fight.
100%. It'll be, bro, but like I said, Ian Gary. It would be nice to see him win, bring a fucking card back to Ireland, because I think Connor's sleeping, so bringing that fight back to bringing a
Conor was a
card.
once in a lifetime thing, bro.
No, I'm not saying Gary's gonna be Conor
No,
McGregor,
no, I'm
bro. But
saying
I'm
like
saying,
that's it. Ireland, bro. The Irish got one of the greatest champions of all time. Arguably, well, not arguably, the most popular champion in UFC history. Like they don't need Ian Gary or something. Like, that's it. They're good. Brazil,
but
like
they'll take a
Brazil's
card to
spoiled and stuff
Ireland. Why
like
not?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, Brazil's a different story.
States. All right, so let's get to speaking of Brazil. Let's get to the co-main.
Paulo Costa.
Return of Robert Whitaker, coming off his first loss to a guy not named Israel Adesanya at 185 pounds. Got stopped by Driscus Duplessis under 10 minutes, which was a shocking fight. He returns against the Chad, the bro, Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa, skinny Carl Adesanya, the secret juice. I mean, this guy, bro. He does everything but fight.
But
But
fight.
now he's back. He's back, and not only he's back, he's fighting against one of the best fighters on the planet. Definitely one of the greatest middleweights of all time. So Paulo Costa, not only is this a good fight for him to come back, this if he beats him, which is a big ask, but if he beats Robert Whitaker, Paulo Costa could be right back in that title picture at 185 pounds. And considering everything that he wasn't even gonna make weight and all that nonsense he was doing, that's quite the comeback for Paulo Costa. But having said that, I think Robert Whitaker. I think I mean I haven't seen like the odds or anything like that, but I think Robert Whitaker should not be taken lightly. He's like I said, he's only lost to one guy not named Israel Adesanya at 185 pounds. So I don't expect him to get stopped or anything like that. I think it's gonna be a close fight, but I think Robert Whitaker has the tools wherever this fight goes to get the win. You have any thoughts on that co-main fight?
Uh, I think Paulo Costa's a scumbag for not coming on Shirts versus Skins when we asked him and he replied. Do you remember that? When I
Did
asked
he?
him? Yeah. I was like, "Yo, Paulo, do you want to join my podcast?" He was like, "Yeah, where do you record?"
Probably drunk on like 14 wines.
100%, 100%. I was like, he goes, "Where do you record?" I said Zoom. He goes, "I don't know how to use that," or something like that. I can't
On Zoom?
I can't pull it up. Yeah, he was like,
Is he a
"I don't know
grandma
what
or
that is" or
something?
something. I don't know, bro. But I like Paulo Costa. Jokes aside, he's a good
He's a funny guy.
but bro, if we're being honest, bro, Robert Whitaker is such a dog, bro. And I don't think he's gotten worse. I think he has fought unfavorable opponents. He's fought the best guys. He's lost to the best guys. So, I think he beats Paulo Costa. And if he doesn't, Paulo Costa should come on our podcast and talk about how great his win was. But yeah, Robert Whitaker, bro, this guy used to be. I feel like this guy used to be what Volkanovski is now. If you catch my drift.
He was
You
never
don't
a
think so?
dominant Volkanovski.
You don't think so? Okay, maybe not as dominant.
But Volkanovski's the was the pound for pound best fighter in the world.
I don't know, bro.
Robert Whitaker
Whittaker,
was champion.
but he was a good
He was a
champion.
good champion.
He was a dog, bro. He was
And as soon as he
powerful.
got champion, he got hurt and all that. No, Volkanovski literally cleaned out a division. No, sorry.
Okay,
Adesanya is the one
that's
that
fair.
cleaned out that whole division. Not Robert Whitaker.
Whitaker's a beast, bro. I don't
He
know.
is an
I feel like
absolute monster, great
a lot
human
of people
being,
are sleeping on him, bro.
great fighter. Big fan of Khabib, so you know he's a good guy.
Hmm.
So
That's the
yeah,
way you measure it.
let's get to the main event. Reason why we're all here. Speaking of big fan and stuff like that, remember we had Ilia Topuria as like our prospect of the year.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
Yes, the Spanish Georgian El Matador,
When
Ilia
SVS
Topuria.
speaks, we listen, ladies and gentlemen. When SVS
Ilia
speaks, we
Topuria,
listen. Bro, I'm pretty sure we
gets
had
his
Aspinall as well.
of course, Tom Aspinall, Aaron Blanchfield. Come on, who puts Aaron Blanchfield in the top prospects? I seen her once. I'm like, that's it. That's all I see. She's dominant from Jersey. Knows exactly what she's doing. How do I keep moving away from the camera? Anyways, let's get to the co-main. Ilia Topuria gets his first shot at gold against arguably the greatest featherweight of all time. Probably the second best pound for pound fighter on the planet right now as it stands. Alexander the Great Volkanovski. Volkanovski returns to featherweight, obviously coming off his bad KO loss to the best fighter in the world right now, Islam Makhachev. Makhachev. I don't know why we say Islam, like those like fucking Michael Bisping. Islam Makhachev. Chael Sonnen. Islam Makhachev. Hilarious. Anyways,
Bro, people
Alexander
still say
Volkanovski,
Khabib.
bro, undefeated at
Khabib.
featherweight. Two guys undefeated at featherweight here. So someone's gonna get their first loss at featherweight. What a fight this is, bro. This was described as a collision course. Like when it how does it go? When like a like immovable object meets a what?
When I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know,
right.
bro.
And I hear it all the time. So when an immovable object,
an unstoppable object meets an immovable
whatever,
whatever
you
the
know what I'm
hell.
saying. It's a collision course. You know, this was a long time coming. You can see it.
Unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Yes, unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Unstoppable force
We are the
is
brains.
I think the unstoppable force is actually Ilia Topuria meets
Yes.
immovable because nobody's been able to move Volkanovski from that throne at 145 at least.
Wow.
So like I said, two guys
Wow.
undefeated. What a fight this is, like styles wise. I think Volkanovski has proven that he's like you can't sub him, so you're gonna have to knock him out. And like I've always told people about Topuria, yeah, his hands are beautiful, like a work of art. But the guy is literally like he's known for his ground game. He's known for choking people out. He's known for like taking you down and smashing you. You saw what he did to Doug Nasty, Ryan Hall, anybody he wants to, he can take you down, stuff like that. And with the hands, he fights like I mean, anybody's saying on Twitter that he fights like Connor on the feet, and I see it too. Very boxing heavy, low, stalks down and stuff like that. Yeah, he's a very intimidating fighter as well. Like as soon as he steps in there, it's a very intimidating fighter, almost like Alex Pereira. Just in your space. It's not what you want. But man, Volkanovski, this is a fight, and he's also said he goes once when I make it look easy, don't act surprised. So you'd love to hear that because this means that we're gonna get the best Alexander Volkanovski. He's not gonna be drunk. He's not gonna be no
Not the
excuses
one
this
that drinks
time.
every day for a month.
What drinks, right? What would you say? That was hilarious, bro. Stop it, Volkanovski. You're better than this, Volkanovski. Stop. Anyways, yeah, what a fight this is, though. Styles wise, like I said, it's gonna be a fantastic fight. I expect it to go 5 rounds. I don't expect anybody to get knocked out,
Really?
but I'm going to like it's. I'm not. I deadass can't even make a prediction until I see that first exchange. Then I'm like, boom, I know exactly what's gonna go down.
Yeah, bro. First exchange,
Once
Topuria gets knocked out. Yeah, guys, I think Topuria is gonna lose, bro. Like, I think Volkanovski makes easy work of this. He lost to the one of the best MMA fighters. If we're being honest, we're gonna start having this conversation soon. One of the best MMA fighters of all time. That's who he
Yeah,
lost
but
to.
but who's to say that Ilya doesn't beat Volkanovski, maybe beat a couple more guys, and then moves up to 155 and does better than Volkanovski.
He's not gonna. Nah, he could.
Bro,
I don't think so though.
we always say like when Max was on that mist and that run, man, ain't nobody stopped Max, bro. All these guys are just cupcakes. Volkanovski comes out and freaking pitch and what's the word I'm looking for? Like pitches an absolute shutout 5-0 in
Yeah, but
Vegas, and then comes back
that
and beats him
doesn't
again,
that
and then comes
add
out and then I know, but
doesn't that add to the fact that you think Volkanovski's
but bro,
probably gonna
this
fucking
is
make
what
this
it
light
is.
work?
This
Max
is
Holloway's a monster.
this
He's
is
probably the
chain that keeps
greatest.
going. This is
He's
the
Max
chain.
Holloway. Okay, yeah, 100%. No, someone is gonna stop Volkanovski eventually. But he's so
Tupuria,
good.
Tupuria
You think he's
is
that
like
guy?
reeking of the guy. No,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
you don't think he doesn't seem like he's the guy next? That he's the next guy?
I don't think so. Not right now. I think Volkanovski still has something. I do think he's that immovable object. He's gonna be immovable for a while. It's gonna take
I
some
don't know.
time.
Like when two guys are talking so confident, like I love that, bro, because it's like somebody's got to be wrong, you know. And for me personally, like it's hard. It's hard to not hard. It's okay. I'll say it's hard to take Alexander Volkanovski serious because he was talking the same confidence against Islam, and of course he's gonna say that. Of course, he's a confident guy. He's training every single day. But
Yeah.
like I knew me, like I'm not even like I I I knew that Islam was better than him. I knew Islam, bro. I was telling you guys, there's nobody honestly who else told you guys that Islam striking wise can strike with anybody. That was like you could be, oh yeah, he could take you down and stuff like he can make you tired. But striking, nah, he don't want to strike with Volk. Brother, he was striking with him for 5 rounds in Australia, guys. That's what he did. Put him down. He was the more impressive striker in Australia. Then, by the way, he knocks him out in whatever in the rematch. I don't know how we're talking about Islam, but like you
I
fucking
mean,
start
you're the
talking about
one
Islam.
speaking. No,
I just think
I see what you're saying, but like that's where the problem happens. You're predisposed to the fact that you're like, oh, Volk was like this with Islam, so that means he's also gonna be
no,
like
no,
this
no.
with
I'm saying like
Topuria. You know what I mean?
he's
It's
even
not gonna
more
happen.
confident now. So maybe he's just delusional. Not delusional, but like
You think he's at the end
my
of his
guy, like
career and he
you have
doesn't
to take
realize?
this very, very serious. Like this is like just because you
Bro, he's
fought
not
Islam,
drinking anymore, bro.
but
He said he
bro,
stopped. He's not
and
drinking anymore.
just like you said, oh, he's coming off fighting the best fighter in the world, so therefore his next fight will automatically be easier. Not really. Every single fight is different. Every single fight is different. Every fight. So I don't know.
We'll see. I have Volk winning this, and to be honest, easily. I'm not gonna lie. I think
No, I
Topuria is a
think
great fighter. I
best
think
case scenario
yeah.
goes 5 rounds and it's an absolute war, and we get to see like the
Yeah,
skill
we
of
all want
Ilya,
that.
and we get to see the power and the championship mindset of Volkanovski.
Ilya will eventually probably eventually probably.
That's what
Il-
matters.
Ilya will be champion one day, I think. Right now, nobody else in that division really phases me. It's just I don't think it's a strong division in general. It's strong within,
Volk is fast, bro.
but
Volk at 145 is fast. So, like I
you
said,
think
bro,
what's his
I
you
have to
think
see
what's
I
his
have to
face
see
moves
that
up?
first round.
Do you think Aljamain Sterling is gonna move up?
He did move up. He's fighting Calvin Kattar at UFC 300.
Oh, see that might be the guy to do it, and then I wouldn't be surprised if Ilya beats Aljamain.
You think you think Aljamain Sterling can beat Volkanovski?
If the timing is right.
No,
I
bro. He
think
got
Volk
slept
has
by
another
Sean
another.
O'Malley.
I think Volk has another year or two of domination, and then it's gonna be anybody who comes in that's decently skilled is gonna make work of him.
I think
like Aaliyah.
I think he's gonna have another like kind of like rivalry with Topuria, maybe like two, three
Okay.
fights with him. That's kind of that's it, but like he'll be like 30 something. He's old, Volkanovski, not old, but like he's getting up there. He's only got like 5 fights left, and he wants to be at 155. That's where his eyes are. So we'll see.
That's fair. We'll see. We'll see.
So we got
That's it really. Any predictions for UFC 300's main event? It's not gonna be Hamzat.
main event.
Yeah.
I think, in my opinion, I mean, I know that they're working on like Leon Edwards, but everybody's saying it's either like Bilal or Hamzat or
It's
something.
not gonna be Bilal or Hamzat
I
because it's
think
Ramadan.
it's it's gonna be Leon Edwards versus Islam Makhachev for the 170 belt.
During
But
Ramadan.
Leon doesn't want it. But Leon doesn't want it because he wants to move up and he wants to either fight like easy guys or he wants to move up. So I think Islam wants to fight and he's telling Dana, take care of this guy, give him his money and let him get out of here. Let me get my third belt or my second belt.
During
That's it.
Ramadan, hello, you keep ignoring this. During
Is it
Ramadan,
in it's in April, right? But it'll be over or it'll be
yeah,
like
but
2
he has
days.
to train, bro.
You train at night. That's what they do anyway.
It's April 13th. It's like a day after, 2 days after it ends.
If it's not there's been talks that it's like
Connor
a
versus
big
Chandler for a
name.
165 belt.
No, what are you talking about? It's fucking terrible. I hope that rumor of 165 is stupid, man. I don't want that anymore.
165, 175.
I
You
was
don't want it?
there was a point where I was like interested, but like nah, I'm good. This is gonna fuck up and make it way more confusing in my opinion.
Maybe.
More logjam.
No, that clears up the logjam, bro. You got more divisions
No,
to tell
bro.
people to go to their own thing.
No, no, bro. You're gonna have people. Like, you're gonna have guys like that weigh like one in the 180s be like, oh yeah, I can make 165.
Cool, and then look at it murked. I don't know. I think that would be a good main event. That would be fire. Bro, it's gonna be something big. Supposedly, they haven't given us shit. This card is okay. It's
No,
good,
he said
but it's not
he's
that
he's
great.
going to announce the main event in the press conference of the of this on Saturday, like a post fight press conference. He's gonna announce
Uh-huh.
the UFC main event,
Bro,
the
this card
UFC
is
300
good,
main
but
event,
it's not that good, bro.
which
This
means
is really a mid
it's not gonna
card.
be a crazy main event because usually they have like a promo or something like that. Remember when
True.
like Brock Lesnar came back? It's gonna be
I
like
don't know.
Leon versus They can't do Bilal for UFC 300. I love
Gilbert.
Bilal and he deserves a shot, but they can't do that fight on UFC 300. The main
Leon
event.
versus Gilbert.
Gilbert?
Yeah, why not?
No, stop it, bro. It's gonna be Hamza, but they're saying Hamza is having like visa issues.
I don't
That's
know.
why.
Whatever it is, I still think this card is mid. Anyway, that's it for today's episode. We hope you guys enjoyed. We will catch you guys on the next one. Tika will be sending us videos of this press conference. One allow. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you guys next time. Peace.